BJP, DMK, a cricket lover, enthusiast and a former cricketer and an activist and a conservationist and also someone who knows the woes of Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu and Karnataka are all there on the Newshour tonight. 4 guests, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a straightforward, hot debate, no holds barred. Let's pull no punches. Shailendra Singh, Saravanan, Narayanan Tirupati and Saad Bin Jung. Good evening, gents. And first I'm going to pitch Saravanan versus Shailendra Singh. Shailendra Singh, do you have a message for this DMK? Because they believe they're championing the cause of the people by calling for protests against Cauvery and calling for a boycott of the IPL.
I think, Anand, you hit the nail on the head with the opening statement. I think it is time that politicians stop believing that 1 billion people are puppets, because at the end of the day, the politicians are custodians to the country and the society, and their job is to ensure that the country is run smoothly. And continuously and relentlessly, politics and politicians use diversion tactics from the objectives and tasks set up by them in their manifestos as well as the mandate given by the people of this country to them. This is completely regressive and foolish. Does the transport minister tomorrow have the audacity to say that we should stop driving cars because there are 1,000-odd accidents on the highways of this country? I mean, what is this logic? And this is only to divert the attention of the people. So they pick up IPL and make cricket an issue because then the whole country is going to watch it. But where is the solution? Where are the thoughts of the job that they were supposed to do for the nation? So I truly believe that this is completely stupid on the part of the politicians, because sooner than later, I think the nation is going to call the bluff, and people will understand that politics is making people of this nation puppets.
Saravanan, respond please. Because if Mr. Karunanidhi could go across to Kerala to try and work out a water agreement, why didn't Stalin do so? Why didn't Karunanidhi do so with the previous counterparts in Karnataka when the DMK was in power? Why are they getting out to the streets rather than engaging with their political counterparts to solve this issue?
Yeah. Anand, first and foremost, the DMK has not sought for a ban or boycott of IPL inside Tamil Nadu. Our leader, Mr. M.K. Stalin, has made a very, very nuanced statement. He said, let the organizers be aware of the sensitivities and let them conduct in a manner that will not hurt the sentiments of the people of Tamil Nadu. I think this is very, very fair to ask when the entire state is starved of water and feel betrayed by the one-sided actions of the central government. IPL is not just a sport, it is a spectacle. When one set of people,
you're now going to take nuanced positions, sir. You're going to take nuanced positions, sir. You're going to take nuanced positions. That's what you're going to do. But you're not going to walk across and ask Siddaramaiah, why is he blocking the formation of a Cauvery water management board?
I think
why is Siddaramaiah blocking it? Why is the political party not saying, come sit across the table? Why aren't you asking those questions there rather than saying, don't play cricket, be sensitive if you are playing cricket? Tomorrow are you going to tell people, be sensitive if you are driving cars? Are you telling people?
Yes.
You will also say, be sensitive if you are drinking water.
Yes, Anand, you have asked all these questions. See, all this, Anand, all these measures, we have been trying them for the last 50 years. Any number of talks have been failed. We are unable to come to a conclusion, come to a solution. That is why the Supreme Court, as final arbiter, we have approached them.
So whose failure is that, sir?
Given a decision.
Whose
now
failure
all
is that?
we want
Who has failed the people?
It's the failure of
Who has failed the people?
It's the failure of all the politicians across
because we have not been able to solve issues.
It is a failure of the system. It is a failure of the system for the last 100 years.
No, sir. Don't say
because we were unable to solve it.
It is
that is why.
No, sir. It is failure of the political fraternity who claim to be leaders of the people, because you are not able to unite people. You have only divided people, sir. I'm asking.
No, Anand, one more. Just one minute, Anand. When you speak about sports and politics, it is not new. All over the world, we have seen how when we have seen in Barcelona, the Barca club, they played a sport in closed doors to protest against the Catalonian referendum. They have taken political positions. They have supported the people. This has happened all across the world. That is the same thing what we are asking now.
Sir,
I am
but
making
they
an
still
appeal.
played.
Let the
But
Chennai
they still
Super
played.
Kings
They still played. That is the spirit in which that is the very spirit in which sport goes. I am asking you, sir, do you have an answer to Kamal Hassan's query that if India and Pakistan can share waters, why can't 2 Indian states share? Why can't 4 Indian states sit together and solve this? Why can't interlinking of waters, which should have been done 3 decades ago, why haven't you sat down and tried to do it so that you can interlink all the rivers south of the Vindhyas to ensure that there is enough, enough and more water. Shailendra Singh responds before I go to Narayan Tirupati and Sadh Binjang. Yes, Shailendra Singh.
Anand, yes, Anand, long story short, he has self-confessed that he's using IPL and cricket as a platform to communicate and get his message across. So my logic is that this is such a regressive mentality for a nation that has the youngest population. I know you're saying that, and I agree.
Because we are
betrayed. Let him complete. Let Shailendra Singh complete, Sarvana, please.
We are betrayed by the Indian Union.
This fractures the confidence of the population of the country. This fractures the confidence of the youth of the nation that politicians in positions of power are using regressive ideologies to build a better India.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. I agree with you, Shailendra Singh. No. I'll tell you what, Sarvana, rather than making a nuanced take, I would have welcomed Mr. Stalin and the entire DMK cadre embarking on a peace march across to Tamil Nadu and send across and sit with Siddaramaiah and say, you are campaigning in Mysuru, I'll sit with you in Mysuru, let's resolve this. Let's form the Cauvery Water Management Board and let's try and respect the Supreme Court. But that's not something what's being done. There is just browbeating going on from both sides.
We are doing
Sadh
that.
Binjang and Narayan Tirupati come into the debate, please. Sadh Binjang. Okay, let's just open it up.
Tomorrow.
Sir,
Anand, this is the same.
Sir, you are marching within your own stronghold and you are making positions just to try and flex muscle within Tamil Nadu and invoking irrespective prides of the states. Not about unity, not about unifying, not about sharing, not about caring together, because the farmer here and the farmer there at the Cauvery Delta does not matter where he is Tamil Nadu or whether he is Karnataka or Kerala. Sir, they are farmers and they are all going to feed and fill our stomachs along with theirs. True. That's the reality. Sadh Binjang, come in please.
Yes. All right. I request my fellow panelists, please allow me to finish, and then yes, you can come in and start screaming as much as you like. And I'm requesting this for one sole reason, because I was the one that suffered in 91, 92 in the Cauvery riots. I had complete cancellation, 100% cancellations of my hotel, which is in Bandipur. People were killed. People were put in gunny sacks and killed. It was not reported. My jeeps were burnt. We were ferrying Tamilians to the Kakanhala border in Bandipur. We were ferrying the Karnataks back from there to Gundalpet. It was mayhem. How long back was that? God, 30 years ago, I think, something. Why have you done nothing about it? And Anand, give me 2 minutes on this one, please, because I have really been harassed by these politicians. Now, if you remember Vijay Mandrekar used to deflect the ball beautifully even when it was on the stumps. Why? Because he wanted to get the other side on the last ball of the over. And this is exactly what these politicians and these bureaucrats in Tamil Nadu are doing. They are deflecting the ball so beautifully that nobody is realizing what's happening, but they are deflecting for a reason. What is the reason that they want to deflect this whole issue for? Because they have failed to resolve a very resolvable issue of sharing of water. Why have they failed to resolve a very resolvable issue? Because these people believe that they are gods on earth. They are above the local man. They believe they are not answerable to anyone. They believe that they are aristocratic, they are exclusionary. There is not a single politician or bureaucrat from Tamil Nadu who's been in dialogue with the local people, both in Tamil Nadu and in Karnataka, because the solution rests with the people. If you ask the Supreme Court to come in, there'll be a win-lose situation. Somebody will lose, somebody will win. With a basic issue like water, you can't afford to. Only the people can give you a win-win solution, Anand, and that's why you never go to a court. That's why these politicians and bureaucrats have failed the system for the past 3 to 4 decades, and they're again making fools of us. Come on, chaps, wake up. We are not the same as we were before. We are going to question you today. Gentlemen, we are going to question you today, and we are going to strip you and make you walk the roads if you don't give us an answer.
Sir, here is the reality. A bottle of water can be shared by 5 people and their thirst can be quenched so that they can last at least another few more hours. Or a bottle of water can be fought over on and nobody can drink that water. What is happening today is, sir, the latter, not the former. The former should have happened with the politicians taking the lead, dropping their egos and dropping their sentiments aside and not invoke this false pride, Narayan Tirupati. And I'm sorry, sir, I'm sorry that despite Kiran Bedi writing, despite multiple people writing to the center saying, please drag them by their necks, make them sit and resolve this, you are only seeking an extension. Even now you've fallen for politics.
Sorry, Narasimhan, Anand, that is not the thing. I have already explained this in your own show. The central government is committed to fulfill and implement the judgment of the Supreme Court. The central government has called for the meeting, internal meeting on 5th of March, on 9th of March. All the state secretaries, chief secretaries were there, and they asked for writing. Karnataka and Kerala objected. There is no politics. The central government doesn't view this as politics. We are for a very cordial relationship. That is the reason no political speech were allowed, no political meetings were allowed, and on 23rd Kerala government gave the letter, and on 25th and 26th we discussed, and after that some holidays were there. We have filed a clarification petition not to ask what is the scheme. And
I'll tell you what.
Tamil Nadu
I'll tell you what. Touch your heart and tell me, Narayan Tirupati.
Yeah.
Touch your heart and tell me, Narayan Tirupati, that if you actually wanted to get to solve this, you could have solved this. Don't give me the explanation of this person didn't agree, that person didn't agree, and we had holidays. Shailendra Singh, is that believable? Is this believable?
Anand,
Is this believable? You're telling me, sir, for
how
3
you would have
decades,
solved it?
you had holidays and secretaries sitting together and not being able to
Anand,
crack. Sir, I'm telling you, sir.
Anand,
Shailendra Singh, tell me this.
Anand,
Shailendra Singh, tell me. 1 minute, sir. Let
You have
Shailendra
not-
Singh come
you
in
have
and then
not
I'll come back to you.
understood.
Narayan Tirupati. You're there with Shailendra Singh. You rebut what Shailendra Singh says. Wait. Yeah.
Anand, I respect the politician who's speaking on the show
One
because
sec, Mr.
obviously
Tirupati.
he's appointed by
I'll
the
let
people
you
of
complete
India.
after Shailendra
Sir,
Singh.
may I just make a
Please
point,
work
sir?
with
I'm just a citizen. Sir, let me just speak because my point, sir, is that obviously we respect you because we've appointed you to represent the nation. But I think, Anand, this goes a little bit deeper. I think the Britishers left us, but the philosophy of their ruling didn't leave us, divide and rule. And it's unfortunate that all the politicians of this country do not believe that we are one nation and that 1.3 billion people are one family. This divide is starving and the other one is not. I mean, are you serious? We are one nation, we are one large family, but the politicians and the politics of this country keeps dividing us and creates issues on a daily basis that ensures that the entire nation stays divided forever and ever. This is really unfortunate, and I think all politicians in this country must understand that we appoint them to unite this nation.
No, absolutely.
Not divide
No,
it.
absolutely. To the level to which Shailendra Singh today, imagine a vice chancellor is branded because of his origin. And people, educated people who call themselves centrists are coming out and mocking. Kamal Hassan is putting out it on Twitter saying that I am getting a Karnataka vice chancellor when I'm asking for Cauvery water. This is the level to which political discourse has stooped. These are people who claim that they're going to do good for the country, good for the state. I mean, this is shocking.
Anand,
are you going to tomorrow, are you going to say, this is to the level saying that any person who's got the origin and who's a head of state or taking a respectable position because sheer dint of their hard work and their ability, Saravanan,
we should be the United States of India, not the divided
and the
states of
state
India.
they origin from, originate from.
Anand. The issue
How
is
shameful
not
is that, sir?
that
How is it that this kind of discourse is being allowed in Tamil Nadu? I thought Tamil people were far more polished than that and an evolved race than that, sir.
Yes, Anand. Anand, the protest is against the sustained actions of the governor, who is interfering in all the issues. He has appointed persons who are not suitable for the post of vice chancellors. That is the problem. If there are no qualified persons from Tamil Nadu,
you faulted a vice chancellor, not because of his ability or inability. You faulted as politicians because you dragged his origin, and you said you forgot, sir, that there are plenty of Tamilians who are working in Karnataka today. And tomorrow, if Kannadigas start picking those up and saying, what are you Tamilians doing in Karnataka? You know what damage you're doing? You know what damage a Kamal Hassan is doing? You know what damage others are doing? This is how you're dividing society, sir. There can be no condolment of a statement like this.
DMK wants to divide the nation.
The issue here is this.
That is what their intention is.
When we have qualified professors who are extremely qualified, why were they overlooked? That is the only problem.
Sir, why
We
can't
have
those
enough
qualified
capacity
professors,
to work
why
here.
don't those qualified professors, why can't those qualified professors become my vice chancellors in Mysore University and Delhi also, sir, and in Mumbai, everywhere else across this country? Why should they be limited only to Tamil Nadu? Why are you having this insular attitude? This is the insular attitude that is not solving Cauvery. This is the insular attitude that is not solving Cauvery. I am telling you, Saravanan, I am telling you, sir, you become, all of you guys, all of you politicians become insular at the drop of a hat. Why? Because that's convenient.
It was transparent. Mr. Sirpurkar was one of the, he was heading the panel. How can they say that he doesn't have the qualification? What is this?
See.
So they don't, DMK never, they respect the court. They never respect the legislation. They don't do anything. They are just trying to divide the nation.
Mr. Tirupati, please don't call the DMK names today. Today, as many fingers as you point at the DMK, you will have 4 more fingers pointing back at you because you have also failed to respect the court. I'll tell you one thing, sir. I'll tell you one thing, sir. I'll tell you one thing. You have failed to respect the court. You are looking at coming back to power coming into power in Karnataka, and then you are saying we'll think about Cauvery and Tamil people after the Karnataka elections. This is the game all of you guys are playing, sir. So somebody like a Sadbin Jung who's trying to work as a conservationist and working for humanity gets cheated. Somebody like Shailendra Singh and those who are wanting cricket to happen and some amount of work that is going on there has to happen, they get targeted. People get targeted. So these are all easy peasy. Don't just squash them and play your brand of politics.
Which is not there. BJP has not asked for clarification of scheme.
Anand, you have to ask this gentleman to keep quiet,
as per the tribunal
Anand,
order,
this is all they've done for the past 40 years. They've only screamed. They haven't found a solution. The only thing they've done is scream.
Sir, you can shout as much as you want, Mr. Tirupati, and you might be making some sense, but I disagree with all politicians today because what they have done is they have sown the seeds of divide among people. Rather than telling people to come together, you have broken them. Sadbin Jung, you please tell me, Saad, does it matter on ground whether they are Tamil or Kannadiga, or does it matter, or what matters is that they get water to till their fields? Saad, last comment before I wind up.
Anand, let me just quickly tell you. Yes, Anand, quickly, I'll just tell you a couple of things. On the Cauvery, I had an angling camp for 13 years, and there was a lot of dynamiting. There was a lot of issues that were happening both on the Tamil Nadu side and from our side, from people coming as far as Mysore. What did I do? I went to the people. I went to the people in Tamil Nadu. I went to the people in Mysore. I went and I really worked hard to create a dialogue to explain to them that dynamiting is bad for the river. Complete dynamiting stopped. Why? Because I was in dialogue with the people. Now, Supreme Court, there is nothing that the Supreme Court can do because, but the Supreme Court is today being asked to do all of Parliament's work. The Parliament is so useless, the state assemblies have become so useless that for the slightest thing, we have to rush to the judiciary and ask for even implementation of the law, understanding of the law, or implementation even of policy, because the states are refusing to do anything. Allow us to finish.
Right.
Allow us to finish. Now, the other thing.
Sir, we need more people. We need more people like Sadbin Jung. We need more people who will walk across and solve issues by talking to each other and sharing and caring, rather than trying to stir up pride and stoke up passions. Get games like cricket to play your own political games. That's what needs to stop. Cauvery versus cricket. Please tweet and tell us what you think. I thank our guests. Have to move on here on the Newshour tonight.
The News Hour at 10 will be right back after the break.